way this question can be asked is this question can demand that you find one, the maximum value, two, the equation of the line of symmetry, or three, the maximum turning point. Now I want to teach you how to go about when any of these questions are asked. Now let's go to the first. How do we find the equation of the line of symmetry? Now the line of symmetry is found that's by first of all finding the zeros or the solution set of the graph you draw. So the graph you draw where it cut the x-axis, that's this place and this place. Now we see that we find that the graph cuts, the graph this given to us that we draw, it cut through x is equal to -1 and x is equal to 2.3. So to find the equation of the line of symmetry, we write this equation. X is equal to the first value that we find here plus the second value that we find here where the graph cut the x-axis. So when we are divided by 2, because the equation of the line of symmetry cut through the graph into 2 equal parts. Therefore, when we add this, we get 1.3 over 2. So approximately, we are getting x is equal to 0.7. So x is equal to 0.7 is actually our equation of line of symmetry. So our equation of line of symmetry. Hence, when they ask for that, you take your rule and read where that will pass. Then you draw a line through it like that. True, the line should be thick. The line should be thick. You use your rule to draw it. Then after that, you label it x equal to 0.7 on the graph. So x is equal to 0.7 against the line on the graph, or you can go to your booklet in which you are answering and write the equation of the line of symmetry is equal to 0.7. Now, after we get the equation of the line of symmetry, which is s is equal to 7, now you would like to find the maximum value. That is the highest point. That's the highest point where the graph turns. That's the maximum value. If the graph turns upside down, then it means that it is minimum value. But it turns up, therefore it is maximum value. So how do we get the maximum value? That means somewhere here on the y-axis. So you are going to take the x is equal to 0.7 and put it into the equation y is equal to 7 plus 4x minus s squared. Why are we doing that? Because that's what we draw. That's the graph we draw to get this and this. So when you put it in, your answer you get, when you substitute the 0.7 into this equation, you get y equal to 8.33. Now this y equal to 8.33 is the maximum value. So here, this whole thing, you can do it in your booklet. You can do it in your booklet by substituting 0 s is equal to 0.7 into this equation. Then you get y is equal to 8.3. That becomes your maximum value. Now, the x here is equal to 0.7 and the y equal to 8.33 become your maximum point. Become your maximum point. So if it is the minimum value we find for y, then this point will become minimum point. But because we find s to be 0.7, when we find 8.33 as the maximum value here, so you have to trace it here. So normally this calculation will help you to get the correct turning point of your graph when you are drawing the graph. This calculation that I teach you right now also can help you to get the point there before you join this line and get the curve correctly, so that when they ask you to get the maximum point, you just read from the calculation you have there, then you tell them that your maximum point is 0.7, 8.3. That is through this calculation. But if you are to use the graph, you finish plotting, just draw the curve up to here, join the point up to here. Then this calculation, which gives you the maximum point, you just put a dot there, put a dot there. Then now you can join your curve there, so you got a new curve turning point there. I hope you get this. Bye bye.